Hi, thanks, Tyson.
How's your New Year's resolution going?
Mine might become a February resolution.
Okay.
That's how bad.
Well, you know, mine was to not have a resolution, so
okay.
I'm going great.
Yeah.
Well, if you're having trouble, Manolo has some help in this morning's Catching the Wave to Better Health.
Well, it's that time of the year, everybody thinking about starting over, trying to lose weight, and you know, there's been many tried and true measures, and there's always a lot of failure. So I'm a couple of people here who can shed some light on trying to conquer this thing that we call the weight gain. Dave Barr, the senior pastor here at New Hope Windward, and we have our friend Howard Lee, the CEO and president of UHA. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
You were talking to me earlier about conquering your cravings, and I think that's a good way to start with something like this.
Yeah, cravings are what usually lead people to gaining too much weight, and so we talk a lot about how to control those cravings. We have phrases that kind of help people remember that. One of the phrases we teach is, when it comes to food, white ain't right, get down with brown. And let me explain that.
That's pretty hip motto there.
I know, kind of cheesy, but it's memorable.
Yeah, you remember, which is important.
Yeah, white foods, when they get into the body, the liver converts them into glucose, which ultimately converts it to fat. And so sugars actually tell the brain to eat more, and they tell the brain to store more fat. So whites, such as white rice, white noodles, white bread, white buns on hamburgers, those can actually fuel your cravings, and they can actually be converted to sugar in your body, or glucose, which ultimately becomes fat. So when it comes to this year, you know, a good phrase is, remember, white ain't right, get down with browns. The brown foods, the whole grain foods.
Okay, like brown rice and whole wheat bread and all stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And they can control your glucose levels better, which can actually reduce your cravings.
Okay. Howard, you're going to have to come up with a motto that's just as good as that. I don't know. What do you guys do?
I got any fancy motto. A couple of things I would say is that take a look at your environment. You know, at UHA, we're very conscious about health and looking at the workplace or where you live. I think the best thing is to not have those bad things around sometimes. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Take a look at your environment, because that can have a big influence on what you're going to do through the day. And I think also the social aspect is so underestimated. We talk about trading your willpower. It's easier for you to have willpower for me. Like if I really like chocolate cake, you know, it's easy for me to say I'm going to eat that. Well, you can say, no, Howard, you shouldn't eat that chocolate cake. So,
because I want to eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Hand it over.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the best thing you can do is try to do it with other people, you know, and have other people support you. So get into an environment that's going to be supportive to what you want to accomplish, and you know, share that with people. I think that's really what's going to help make weight loss successful.
Yeah, maybe the phrase is, losing weight with others is easier than losing weight alone.
That's another good thing too.
You know, we're better together, and that's been my experience as well. It's much easier to do it with a group of people than it is to try to do it alone.
Misery loves company.
That's right.
That's not a good phrase to remember. But white ain't right. Get down with
brown this year.
Remember that. Words to live by. We'll be right back.
Catching the Wave to Better Health is sponsored by UHA.